Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump shaking hands for the second time in 2 days. The nominees joined President Biden and former Mayor of New York, Michael Bloomberg, at a 9/11 remembrance ceremony at Ground Zero today.
That encounter comes as both presidential candidates' camps claiming victory following last night's debates. WGN's Courtney Spinelli here with more on reactions. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Micah and Ben. In their first formal meeting ever, the vice president and former president faced off in their first and possibly last debate before the election. In the aftermath, many are now weighing in on who they believe won this.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Not long after a quick handshake and exchange, the jabs began to fly.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences.
For 90 minutes, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump sparred on the economy, immigration, and abortion. Republicans saying Harris didn't lay out specific policy plans, and Democrats saying Trump repeatedly lost his composure, veering away from the topics at hand.
I think that she'll be a train wreck for America, and in a 2-hour debate, you can't convince me that she's the type of leader we need at these times.
Illinois GOP Chair Kathy Salvi believes Trump did what he needed to defend his record. She calls the current economy, border policy, and crime a train wreck. While she argues Trump remains the stronger candidate, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson argued opposite.
Vice President Kamala Harris strengthened her case of why she should be the next president of the United States of America.
Harris not yet weighing in on her thoughts of the debate, while Trump addressed reporters claiming victory.
We had a great debate. We had great poll numbers on the debate, and we enjoyed it. I hope she enjoyed it too, but I enjoyed it.
As both sides argue a win for their team, early polling numbers show Harris pulled away on top. Fact checks by CBS News show a number of false claims made by the former president, and several said to be misleading or mostly true by Harris.
President Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all,
on the topic of the economy, Harris took a shot at Trump's plan for sweeping tariffs and also called for tax breaks for small businesses and children. Trump responded to those comments and also slammed the Biden-Harris administration for the current state of inflation.
I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy.
I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else.
At times, things went off track with moderators saying the specific claim made has no validity.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
You talk about extreme.
As many go back and forth on who won, Trump says he's doing the same on whether he'll agree to another debate against Harris.
No, we're looking at it, but, when you win, you don't really necessarily have to do it a second time.
In their closing statements, Trump doubled down on his thoughts about the Biden-Harris administration being the worst the country has seen. Harris, meantime, used it as an opportunity to reiterate her plan and promise for the future if she were to be elected as the next president of the United States. Micah and Ben.
Thank you, Courtney.